Hello everyone, this is the video I was gonna do, okay? When I posted that video this afternoon, listen, everything that's happening, this is not a coincidence. I think it's forming bit by bit of a war in the Bible that's called Gog Magog. It's been forming for quite a some time now, since 2017. This appeared everywhere in my devices. Story short, for those who are new, something happened to me in 2016. I had to go to Sevilla, have an operation. Something happened to me personally. I didn't believe in nothing. I have a past of being in prison. Those who know me knows I'm saying the truth. Alcohol and drugs of every kind. Injected heroin, smoked it, everything that you can name it. That was me. Okay? And when I started to rearrange my life, something of some news came to me. I had to go to Sevilla, operating theater. Bad news. I told my wife that I couldn't lead her anymore into a path. She didn't deserve it. I told her to leave me. She said, babe, if God doesn't want, she said, God. And I went crazy. Even the neighbors had to come, go for a walk, calm yourself down. I'm going. But before I went, I opened the door again and I shouted to my wife, if that God that you say exists, let him show him to me. No, si ese Dios que tú insistes que me lo enseñe. No, but crazy, not like this, but psycho. Listen, 4 or 5 days later, this sign started to appear in all my devices. And this, let me show you. This black pig. Didn't know what it was. Let's go back. All that stuff started to appear. Listen. Of course, I'm new. I've never understood Bible or religion or anything. Listen, no religion has brainwashed me, has convinced me of nothing. This is the testimony of what happened to me. And everything that you're seeing, we are in that time, I think. It's all about my timing. Listen, this appeared in the skies in 2017. It's the constellation of Virgo, the same as the book of Revelation said. Now, there's something more that I want to show you. Remember these trumpets? Let me show you. Trumpet sounds. Yeah. This was in Jerusalem. I heard it, and I've done many videos all over the world and the same sound. Since that day. Listen, and everything you're seeing, 3 years later, the pandemic hits the world. Russia starts to attack Ukraine. Please. Why would I share everything with everybody? Porque no me lo quedé yo para mí solo. I couldn't even sleep when I started to learn all these things. I couldn't sleep. How do I tell my whole people, my whole country? How do I tell what's coming, what's going on? Listen, this is not a fairy tale. Let me show you real quick. It's no fairy tale. It said that Christ died in a place called Golgotha, place of the skull. The Romans used to crucify people there. That's in Jerusalem. That's a place where you can see it's a skull. It said that beside it, there's a garden and a tomb. So it must be there if it's that place. Correct. That's the garden. That's the tomb of Joseph of Arimathea. The Rolling Stone, the Roman seal, when they sealed it because they thought they were going to steal the body and make it look like a resurrection and fool the world. When the angel comes down, breaks it, that's the nail in the wall. The crucifixion cutouts and the Ark of the Covenant that he said that he found. This is a warrant that Hezekiah's tunnel. You'll think all this is not true. The mountain of Moses, this is what was coming out to me, where Moses received the 10 commandments. Let's go back. When I shouted, God showed to me. I didn't understand. It was my wife that told me, babe, what did you shout to me in the entrance? God to show it to you. And it was appearing in all my devices without me searching ever. There cannot be an algorithm of me searching for things of God. I used to watch fights and dark things. Nothing to do with God. Me, William L.Ferrary from Gibraltar, did not know who the heck this person was. And it was his archaeology, the one I just showed you, everywhere that he found. And he said that he found the Ark of the Covenant in there. Why? You know the story. Earthquake, spear to the side to Christ. The floor opened from the earthquake. The blood from the side went all the way down. 700 years before, the Ark of the Covenant was hidden in a cave there by the prophets of the Old Testament. They didn't even know it. And the blood of Christ went on top of the Ark of the Covenant because it was built for that. They used to sacrifice blood of lambs there. And that man said that he found it. It was going to be shown to the world when all these things that you're seeing in Iran and everything will happen. He said this in the 90s. He died in 1999. Please, we are on that stage now because I think I know what this means. And you have to come to the book of Revelation because that sign is a constellation. You know constellations? Please, let me show you this. This is a program called Stellarium. You can download it. All these things that I'm doing, search it for yourself. See? The constellations. Now, John was given a vision by an angel that a constellation that represented a woman, and you can see that the only constellation that represents a woman is the constellation of Virgo. So, Virgo? Listen. See, all the way down. I'm going to do it in short because I try to find somebody that can explain it better than me because I don't talk very well, you know. I'm not a professional. So this is the video that I've been praying for about a couple of weeks, making me understand if this is the time of the end, everything that we're seeing in Iran, and all of a sudden this video appears talking about this sign. And I said to myself, you know, does this mean, you know, the sign with all this? Listen, that woman you see there, Virgo, actually represents Israel. See, Leo on top of it, and the 12 stars represent the 12 tribes of Israel, the 12 apostles, the 12 stones of the priest inside the temple, and the number 12 everywhere. What's going on here? Please, hear this man explain this part. I'll do it in short. Please.
First verse. A great...
Please, because this is not a fairy tale. I wouldn't do videos for the whole of Gibraltar like this. I wouldn't do it. Why didn't I stay for me? You must hear this, please. Something that's coming. Why? You must change your ways. There's coming a huge judgment on the world. Whatever you do or you know that it isn't good, change it. I won't judge nobody. I'm not like religions. Listen, God loves you. Please, here. This is what appeared to me. Listen, this man says a few things that he doesn't even realize. Please, listen.
Great sign in heaven. Woman with a sun, clothed with the sun, the moon at her feet, a crown of 12 stars. Who's the woman? For ages, church commentators had said the woman is the church. Well, one of the symbols of the church is a woman, and she's the bride of the Messiah. And the woman is persecuted. The church was persecuted, is persecuted. Is the woman the church? Here's the problem. She was pregnant, and she cried out, being in labor and pain to give birth. The woman's pregnant, and she gave birth to a son, a male, who was going to rule all the nations with a rod of iron.
This, he's explaining what he says here. Okay? Because you need to hear this in order to understand what's this and what's happening now in Iran. Please, do not go away.
A son who will rule the earth. Who is that? It can only be Messiah. That's the problem. The church, or the ecclesia, does not give birth to Messiah, or did not give.
I explain so you can understand me better. The Catholic Church says that this in Book of Revelation represents Mary when she had Jesus or whatever. The other believes that the woman is like in the church of Christians in general, and being persecuted at the end of days. But there are two problems with that. So listen what he has to say, please.
Birth to Messiah on earth. Messiah wasn't born of the church. The church was born of Messiah. The church is the bride of Messiah, not the mother of Messiah. So who's the woman? It's the same fact is going to answer it. Who did give birth to the Messiah? Now, the Catholic interpretation of this verse is that it's Mary. That's understandable.
Mary.
Mary actually did give birth to Messiah. And Mary can be part of the prophecy, but the woman cannot be Mary for a simple reason. The woman in this vision not only gave birth to the Messiah, which took place in ancient times, but this woman is alive in the vision at the end of the age. So it's got to be the tribulation, the end of the age. Mary gave birth in ancient times, but she's not alive on earth at the end of the age. So the woman has to represent something that's alive at the beginning of the age and at the end of the age over 2,000 years of history. Can't be a person, one person. And that something had to give birth to the Messiah. Who gave birth to the Messiah and will be alive at the end of the age? Only one answer: Israel. Messiah was born of Israel.
So this represents Israel. The funny part. Look at the funny part now. Please, let me get my head out of this picture. And now you can see here. It says, and there appeared a great wonder in heaven. A woman clothed with the sun. See the sun here. And the moon under her feet. You see the moon here. This has never aligned ever. It was in this date, exactly the year that everything started to change for me and started to appear all these things that I didn't even know what the heck it meant. Look at this. And upon her head a crown of 12 stars. All those stars aligned that exact day to make it look like this. The Revelation 12 sign. And she being with child cried, travailing in birth and pain to be delivered. The sign had to have something that represented like a birth. The woman having a birth of a child. And you're going to say now, pero eso como? You know, I've done this video many times. The planet Jupiter is the biggest in our solar system. They call it the king planet. Well, when you use a program like this, Constellation, Stellarium, listen, Jupiter stays inside the constellation of the woman for 9 months, like he would have been pregnant from a real woman of the earth. How can you make this up? Now you can say that the woman represents Israel, and what does Jupiter represent? Why does it go there if it's not Christ? Look at this. The eagle was often depicted holding Jupiter's thunderbolt. It's from Roman mythology. That's why it's called Jupiter. Represents the eagle. Aquila is the primary sacred animal and symbol of Jupiter. The eagle. What country represents the eagle, and what country is the one helping Israel? Who's the country that arms Israel? The Iron Dome, they have it because of America, the United States, and the might of the United States. In the book of Revelation, if you come down here, this woman that gives birth and all this, you know. Please, when you come down here, down, the woman, Israel, was given two wings of a great eagle, so that she might fly to the place prepared for her in the wilderness when this war comes. And I think it's building up all surrounding nations. Listen, Christ warned us. Can you see this is not a fairy tale? He told us. Jesus said, when you see Israel surrounded by enemies on all sides, look up. Your deliverance is near. It's a coming of the end of the age and what he promised. Can you see what I'm trying to say to everybody? Listen. Just imagine that it was foretold by these prophets that said that the end of the age was going to start in the Middle East. This war of Gog and Magog. See, Gog and Magog are apocalyptic figures in the Hebrew Bible, Christian, New Testament, and Quran, representing chaotic evil forces or nations that will wage a final war against God's people at the end of the time. And many rabbis, everybody saying that we are in the beginning of the war of Gog and Magog that will bring a bigger war. That's the time of tribulation. And we are seeing this trumpet. In those days, the watchman blows the shofar when they see danger, such as an approaching enemy, to warn the city, typically at night or when vigilance is required. It serves as an alarm to wake people, signal a military advance or retreat, and mark spiritual or significant events, such as the return of the Messiah. And I've been doing videos everywhere in the country, all over the world, different telephones, everybody recording up in the skies, and it's always this same sound. Like shofars, this kind of shofars. See? Listen, I want to make it full, the video, but I'm gonna have to make it in 2 parts because I see it's already 15 minutes. And why 2 parts? Because everything is linked. This man, without knowing, says, if you come here to the book of Revelation, just before it's Revelation 11, we come to this mysterious verse here. Look what it says. Then God's temple in heaven was opened, and within his temple was seen the ark of his covenant. And there came flashes of lightning, rumblings, peals of thunders, an earthquake, and severe hailstorm. The ark of the covenant. Again, the ark of the covenant. This, what Ron Wyatt said that he found inside that cave. Listen, that's why I told you before there's a link between Ron Wyatt. If he's telling the truth, it must be in the Bible somewhere, and it's in Revelation 11. I think this man, without knowing, even says it. Look, please.
Through Mary, Israel. He is born of Israel. She is part of it, but the woman has to be Israel. Israel was prophesied to give birth to the Messiah. And God often symbolizes Israel also as a woman.
See?
And there are more clues.
Look at this.
The context of the vision. Just before the vision comes a verse out of nowhere, and it just goes right into the vision. It's the verse before, if you have your Bibles.
This one.
Revelation 11:19.
See?
Out of the blue. And the temple of God was opened in heaven. And they were seen in his temple the ark of the testimony. There were flashes of lightning, voices, thunders, earthquake, great hail.
See?
Now, without a Jewish...
Now, he's Jewish. Rabbi that believes in Jesus. He doesn't know Ron Wyatt or anything that he claims that he found it, but look what he says. I knew that that verse was what Ron found. And because this war, the war that you're seeing in Iran will come into a bigger war, into a World War III, then the Ark of the Covenant will be shown to the world with the 10 Commandments. See that those stories weren't fairy tales.
Jewish background in some way, or understand, you couldn't understand what this is about. It is the most Jewish of pictures. It's the Temple of Jerusalem. It's the heavenly version, the heavenly temple that matches up with the Temple of Jerusalem. What is revealed? The Ark of the Covenant. It says the temple of God was opened. It appears to imply that there's going to be a mystery opened, and it's linked to the temple. And that's very much linked to Israel, the temple Israel.
There's a mystery that's going to be opened, shown, that has to do with the temple. What on earth is it? It's what Ron Wyatt found. It's there, been there all along in Revelation 11. See, there. After the two witnesses, and I think that these two witnesses must be related to something to do with that Ark of the Covenant that's underneath that cave that this man claimed that he found, and all the world said that he's crazy. Sorry. This man said that he's crazy. He found all this. All this. See, the golden calf, the menorah. All of the biblical sites, Noah's Ark, the anchor stones of Noah's Ark, Sodom and Gomorrah burning. See, can you see that the Bible said that Sodom and Gomorrah be a reminder to the whole world of what is going to come to the evil people that practice evil and has righteousness. That one man found all this, and it's the only man you won't find in National Geographic. Nobody wants to hear to this kind of truth. The world is so corrupted right now. Social media, nobody wants to listen, nothing. So, part 2 of this video is going to be the CIA and what the CIA said that they found somewhere with some psychics back in the 1980s looking for this, the Ark of the Covenant from the CIA. See? Why am I saying this? because Ron Wyatt never encountered what he said he encountered before this. This came first, and then in the mid-90s is when Ron Wyatt found the Ark of the Covenant. In the mid-90s, this report was done in 1988. And the explanation of the psychic, what they see underneath a cave, trying to look for the Ark of the Covenant. And you see what Ron Wyatt said that he found inside. Please. I'm not going to make it in one video because we're going to go crazy with so much stuff. But listen, remember, Gog and Magog, it comes with Persia. Persia is Iran nowadays. And it all starts and kicks off. You see Iran attacking all Gulf nations. Qatar, por la cara, hotels. Listen, I'm not saying you have to believe me, but this is what came out to me. What if we are making remarks of some things that we do not understand, and this is the will of God, that he said that at the end of times we will understand everything. But you know how humans are. We know it all. We always defy the Most High. And this is what it came out everywhere. I don't even know that this man just made my day, because they tell me that this has nothing to do with the findings on Ron Wyatt. And this man said, if you don't have a Jewish background, you won't understand this. And it's a mystery that's going to be opened in this time of chaos. You know what I mean? And the Ark of the Covenant was in there. For the whole world to know that God is in command. Yeah. Please, you have to see my next video about the Ark of the Covenant with this, because when you see this stuff going bigger, Cyprus is being bombed. Gibraltar is on the watch list because we have an RABBI naval base and base here. So listen, I'll see you in the next video. And please, remember, there's no proof. I cannot show you that Christ came out of this tomb. But look at the accuracy. The Bible says he was crucified in a place the Romans called the place of the skull, in Hebrew called Golgotha. Look at that. And the Bible said, and there where they crucified him in Golgotha, lays a garden. In the garden, a new tomb. There is where they put Jesus. And that's beside here, just beside. That rolling stone that belongs to that. See, you can actually see it. The great stone that the angel moves. See? The angel moves from here and breaks that nail that you see half in the wall. Because the Roman put a guard, because they thought they were going to steal the body of Jesus and make it look like a resurrection. I cannot show you Jesus coming out, but the cutouts of the signs in the wall. That was what made Ron Wyatt continue to shovel and shovel and shovel. He didn't even know that the Ark of the Covenant could be there. He didn't put A and B and C and code D. Now everything makes sense when he found the Ark of the Covenant there. And that's the wall. This is the wall inside Hezekiah's tunnel. From the infamous Ark of the Covenant. See what I mean? The pool of Siloam where Jesus heals the blind man, the black pig on the mountain of Arabia, where Moses received the 10 Commandments. God descended as a fire, sealed the mountain in white, and the black pig. In that same mountain was where the Ark of the Covenant was made, and you can found there the metallurgy, la metallurgia, the ovens and the stencils where they made the Ark of the Covenant. You can see at the top there, top left corner, the mark wing of the cherubim. See there, still. There's no proof, huh? I cannot show you Moses there, still not alive. The story of the golden altar. Hathor, Hathor, the god Hathor. What they made there. And the altar. And this is all the same mountain. This mountain. Where Moses receives the 10 Commandments, God tells Moses to wake up in the morning and build me an altar at the foot of the mountain. And there is the base of the mountain. You see the altar there, still there. Split rock. You know the story of the split rock? Still there, all in that same mountain. And it's all wired up. Hey, nobody can go there. Absolutely nobody. You can see that sign there. And all wired up and snipers everywhere. What are they hiding? all this started to come out without me searching. When I shouted, if God exists, let him show it to me. Somehow he knew I was going to share it with all my country. He knew I was the one to make these videos. It wasn't. I don't do it for entertainment. It's for my country to see that it's not a fairy tale. It's not a tradition for doing communions and doing parties. Huh? Because this is what Jesus Christ has come to nowadays. El cachondeo del mundo. Nobody talks about other religions or makes fun, but Jesus Christ, yes. He's used in plays, in carnivals. Let's make fun of Jesus Christ, Christianity. Qué pena, no? Somebody who died for you and makes you a promise, because when somebody goes, oh, I'm going to be with my people. Your people? Is that you want to be with your people from the same very God that you mock and laugh at? Please, everything I'm showing you, search yourself. And wait for my other video. I'm going to show you about the Ark of the Covenant with the CIA and this book of Revelation. And let's see how things are going in Iran. Let's see. But there's a war. Even if you hear of peace or something, the Bible said it, when you hear of peace or security, sudden destruction will come upon them. There's a battle between good and evil that we don't want to acknowledge. We are fed too many lies. We get too many lies from TV, that TV is controlled. They put certain images on stuff that's going on around the world, and me and you are not there. We see those images, and nowadays with AI technology, we think that the videos are real. When you see certain stuff, of course, it breaks your heart, anger. Maybe those videos ain't even real. So catch you in the next video, please. Love you all. Take care and open your eyes, man. Don't let nobody tell you, don't you search it yourself. God is waiting for you. You are a warrior. You are a warrior. Whatever you've gone through, whatever you've done in your life, he will forgive you. I didn't find myself worthy of being here, but that's the grace of Jesus. Whatever you've done, he forgives you. That from that day, stop whatever you knew it was bad, or at least give it a try. And you had a list of 50 things not good. Start by 1, 2, that's 49, 48, like this, like me. That's what I'm doing. Right? So, love you all. Bye-bye now. Peace in the Middle East.